I'm Lori, and this is the first in my series of yoga videos that I'm going to be offering this year through my newsletter, Live in the Balance. I'm a certified yoga instructor, and I think that yoga is something really beneficial for anyone to add into their exercise routine. It's great for physical strength as well as for stilling the mind. And being that most of us don't take a lot of time to just kind of turn inward, yoga is a really great practice for that. So whether you're new to yoga or you've been practicing, I hope that you enjoy these videos. They're going to be pretty short, between 10 and 15 minutes long. And today is going to be a pretty simple one for those who are new to yoga, just kind of covering the basics. So let's get started in a comfortable seated position, maybe just crossing your legs, letting your hands rest in your lap, and close your eyes and just start to turn inward and just kind of getting grounded, getting centered. And we'll start with a quote for the new year, a quote by Ivan Turgenev. And the quote is, "If we wait for the moment when everything, absolutely everything is ready, we shall never begin." And so now let's start to engage the Ujjayi breath. That's the yogic breath. If you're not familiar with it, I'll explain it. You're going to start by sealing your lips and letting your tongue come to touch at the roof of your mouth. You'll be inhaling in your nose, filling your lower belly first, nice long breath, and then exhaling out your nose, keeping the inhales and the exhales the same length, and creating an audible breath. A sound similar to Darth Vader or sounding like the ocean waves. And that breath is what you want to carry you through the practice today, and it's a way to really still the mind. So you'll hear me cueing each pose with the breath. And if you stay with your breath, it will help you stay really present and centered in the practice. So go ahead and softly open your eyes, and we're going to start in a tabletop position, just warming up the spine with a few cat-cows here. So starting with the shoulders stacked over the wrists, your hips stacked over your knees, starting with a neutral spine. And on an inhale, letting your belly drop, gazing up. And on an exhale, engaging your core, rounding your spine, tucking the chin. 2 more times with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back to a neutral spine. And we're going to tuck the toes and lift the hips, pressing back into our first downward facing dog. From here, your palms stay planted firmly on the ground, really rooting through the hands, lifting the hips. Gaze should be towards your belly button, and your heels are reaching down towards the ground. Thighs are spinning slightly inward. It's okay if your heels don't touch the ground. You just want to make sure that you keep your knees straight and really actively press through the hands. If you want to warm things up a little bit and just pedal out the feet, maybe bending one knee and then the other to loosen things up. And downward dog is a pose that we'll be returning to many times even throughout this sequence today. So get comfortable in it. And on an inhale, you're going to look forward and just slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands, taking Uttanasana, forward fold. We'll take a ragdoll position here, so cradling opposite elbow and opposite hand. Shift your weight slightly forward. You can bend your knees if you need to here, and just slowly rocking from side to side if that feels good to you, giving just a gentle spinal release. And then release your hands to the ground. Toe heel your feet to touch. And on one long inhale, slowly raise yourself up, one vertebrae at a time, so that your head is the last to lift, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, the chin is slightly tucked, your core is engaged, palms are facing forward, shoulders are relaxed down your back. And on an inhale, reaching up, upward salute. Pinkies spinning inward, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Gaze follows the fingers, keeping the core engaged. And on an exhale, folding forward with a flat back. on the ground or bring them to your shins, keeping the crown of your head pointing forward, keeping the shoulders pulled back away from the ears. And on an exhale, plant your palms and step back into a high plank position. From here, your shoulders should be stacked over your wrists. The core is engaged so your belly isn't dropping. Your heels are pushing back. You can bring your knees down to the ground if you need to for this pose. And you can stay there for chaturanga if you need to. Otherwise, you're going to slowly lower into chaturanga, keeping the elbows close in against the ribs, hovering over the ground. And on an inhale, straightening the elbows, upward facing dog. Chest opens. From this pose, the palms of your hands and the tops of your feet should be the only part of your body touching the ground. On an exhale, tuck your toes, press back into downward facing dog again. That's our sun salutation A, and we'll move through that now 2 more times, 1 breath per movement. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, step or hop through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or hop back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, hop or step through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale with the breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lift the hips. Taking 3 breaths here now in downward dog. Should be a little bit warmed up. We're next going to move through our sun salutation B, and we'll take it slow at first. So on an inhale, lift your right leg high. On an exhale, sweep it through and plant it between your hands. Inhale, rising up into a crescent lunge. Pinkies are spinning inward. Your hips are squared facing forward. Bend in that front knee, keeping that back left leg active and engaged, keeping that knee straight. And on an exhale, opening up into Warrior 2. In Warrior 2, your gaze should be over your front middle finger. Your hips should be squared, facing forward, a deep bend in that front knee, and really grounding through the outer edge of your left foot. On an inhale, lengthen forward, reaching with that right arm. And on an exhale, extended side angle. Left arm reaching overhead. Your gaze is underneath your left shoulder. Your right arm can be gently resting on your right thigh, or you can reach it down to the ground, wherever is comfortable for you in your practice, creating one long line of energy from your left foot all the way out through your left fingertips. On an inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm is sweeping overhead. Left arm is resting gently on your left leg with little to no weight through it, keeping a deep lunge in that front right knee. Gaze now is up at your right hand. On an exhale, cartwheel your arms down, back to plank, moving through your flow. Inhale, exhale. Moving through that same sequence now on the left side. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. Inhale, rising up into crescent. Again, squaring those hips forward, bending through the left knee now, and engaging the right leg to keep that knee straight. On an exhale, opening up into Warrior 2. Gaze over that left finger. Watch your front knee, the bent knee, making sure it doesn't turn inward on you. It should be spinning slightly outward. And again, grounding through the outer edge of your right foot. On an inhale, reaching forward with your left hand. Exhale, extended side angle. Again, bring that left arm either on the thigh or down towards the ground. Gazing under the right shoulder, staying grounded through the right foot, and keeping that deep bend in your front knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reaching that left arm up, Right arm resting gently on the right leg, creating a nice stretch throughout the whole left side of your body. And on an exhale, cartwheel your arms down, moving through your flow. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lift the hips. Moving through that again now 2 more times, 1 breath per movement, a little bit faster here. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, sweep it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. Inhale to crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. With the breath, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale the left leg. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lift the hips. 3 breaths here before we finish up and move down onto our backs. Staying with that Ujjayi breath. On an inhale, looking forward. On an exhale, step or hop through to a seated position. And then slowly lower onto your back. And just finishing up here, just taking one last little stretch through our back. We'll take dead bugs pose. So from here, stamp your entire back against the ground and bend your knees, reaching for the inside or the outside of your feet. Your ankles should be stacked over your knees, and you're pushing through your feet and also pulling back with your hands to meet the resistance. If you want to take a happy baby and rock a little bit from side to side, giving yourself a little massage down your spine. And then pull both knees in towards the chest. Bring your forehead to your knees, squeezing with your last bit of energy. And then release into Shavasana, final resting pose. From here you can release your Ujjayi breath. Your legs can kind of flap open, palms facing up. You may want to tuck your shoulders a little bit underneath your back. And then just softly close your eyes, relax, and just kind of melt for a few minutes, feeling the benefits of your practice.